The Basic Education Department says it's disappointed after a Matric maths paper was leaked in Limpopo. Pupils from several schools in Giyani reportedly accessed the paper before it was written yesterday. For more on this, we're joined by the department spokesperson, Elijah Mhlanga, in our Cape Town studios. Elijah, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it. What more can you tell us about this incident?
Well, to start with, we can confirm the fact that some learners in the Giyani area had access to the paper before it was written yesterday. And we are shocked and disappointed by that because we had hoped to have a clean examinations without any irregularities. And here we are today. We find ourselves in a situation where we have to confirm something like this. What we have done since then is to invite the Hawks as well as SAPS, with whom we have already opened a case, to help us with the investigation, because we want to understand how the leak took place. We also want to understand how many learners had access to the paper and also how many schools were involved in this.
So what will happen to these learners? Are they going to continue with exams or not?
Well, they will have to continue with exams, but under close watch, because what we have since done now is to send a team from the province together with a team from the national department to that district to have a meeting for us to be able to understand the extent of the leak, for us to make a determination in terms of what we need to do going forward. But as far as the examinations is concerned for those learners, it will have to continue, but we are going to do what we call investigative marking to understand and pick up any patterns that may arise that might indicate something that we might need as part of the investigation.
So right now, can you say how many learners had access to that paper?
Well, we are not in a position to say at this stage because investigations are continuing, and we have learned from the occurrence last year that we thought it was only 3 learners, only to find out that it was about 18 learners in more than 10 schools. So we will not hasten to mention a number as yet. We want to investigate, find out exactly what happened, and then deal with the matter once we have established what has exactly taken place.
Elijah, this is a problem that the Education Department sees almost every year, and you go out of your way to actually make sure that these papers are secured, well secured, but it continuously happens. What needs to change?
Well, what has happened in previous years was group copying, and group copying is different from leaking a paper. So what has happened this time is a situation where in the same province we've had 2 similar occurrences happening in succession, one year after another, and that is what concerns us, and it's in that general area of the province. So what we do is to strengthen the system. We increase and improve our security system, but you find people who go all out to make sure that they undermine our examinations. But what we can say from our side is that we'll do all that we can to protect the integrity and the profile of the Matric examinations.
All right, thank you very much for that. That was Basic Education spokesperson Elijah Mhlanga. More of the day's top stories when Newsday continues. Stay with us.